Welcome to another episode of Spirited Women, where we put the spotlight on women who are leading in their industry. Today we have Shelly Sterling. She is the managing director of Pepper Time Restaurant and Bar. Hi Shelly, nice to see you.
Hey Empress, good to see you.
Yes, so I've eaten at your restaurant quite a few times.
Thank you.
And I love the food.
Thank you.
Right there in the vicinity of my child's school, so it's always on route. So I love the food, so I am a customer. But tell me about your business, Pepper Time Restaurant and Bar.
So we are a little over 6 years old. We do a Jamaican jerk food. So we focus on delivering consistently good food at a price that will not dig out your pocket, so you can come there every day and eat. When you pick up your child, come there every day. We try and make sure we take good care of our customers, that they feel valued and that they enjoy what they're having.
It's a hard business.
It's a rough business, yeah.
What makes it rough?
We're trying to deliver a consistently good product. So everybody's hand is a little different. Even when you're cooking with a recipe, everybody's hand is different. So it takes a lot of work to be able to deliver consistent. We have a staff of just under 40 people. People are hard to manage.
We're going to talk about managing people, managing business, because it's so important here on this Spirited Women series to give advice to other women who are in the industry and also possibly struggling as well, right? So how did you enter this field? Is this something you've always been in?
No. I have zero background in food and beverage. We had an opportunity, my partners and I, and we took a leap of faith. And then we found a perfect location. It was dirt and bush, but we found a perfect location.
Yes.
So we built up what we have, what you see now, and we've been learning ever since.
What are some of the lessons you've learned? 6 years in the food and beverage industry.
Oh, to listen, both to your staff and to your customers. They'll tell you, a lot of the time, they'll tell you what they need. You have to learn to sift through the things that you hear and figure out what really matters, what you need to pay attention to. They'll tell you when something is wrong. So customers a lot of time will let us know if something is off in any way. And then we go and we check on it and we go, okay, we need to fix that.
Great advice, to listen. All right, so what's your favorite drink at Pepper Time? Or should I ask, what's the customer's favorite drink at Pepper Time?
My favorite drink is the Immaculate Iced Tea. So we brew a lemongrass and ginger. We grow the lemongrass around the back and we brew a tea, and then we combine it with 8-year-old, with Appleton's 8-year-old rum. And it's a smooth drink, it's a clean drink.
That sounds good. What about work-life balance? Tell me about the other part of Shelly's life. Do you have a family?
I do.
Yeah.
Work-life balance doesn't exist. You try, right? So, yes, I have a family. I've been married for 28 plus years. I have 2 girls, 26 and 23.
I don't believe you.
Big people, yeah. And I think if I had done this when they were younger, it would have been a lot harder. But they were old enough that I didn't need to be there all the time in the same way.
Very interesting. 28 years married. Let's go there. Marriages aren't lasting as long anymore. What advice would you give?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, this is important because there are women out there working, married, with children, trying to run a business. They come with the right spirit and then they're broken, and then everything else breaks down along the way because of the sacrifices that you have to make. And as you mentioned, you spend so much time at work. So let's talk about that. How do you survive 28 years?
Again, listening, recognizing that marriage is not 50-50. It doesn't exist. Sometimes I'm 80, sometimes he's 20, sometimes it's the other way around. Being kind to one another and being part of a community. So nothing exists in a bubble, right? At Pepper Time, we're a community. The team that is there, our customers, our suppliers, In your marriage, it's not just you and your spouse and your children, if you have them. It's your in-laws, it's the various families, it's the close friends. So it's recognizing what everybody brings to the table. I think we've been very fortunate. We both come from very supportive families who have helped us. So, you know, the days when you're at work and you can't pick up the children, my mom would go and pick up and take them to lessons, take them to extra lessons or swimming or tennis or whatever it was. My husband is a very involved person, so he's not separate from the raising of the children.
Right.
You know, he participated in everything. He goes to the recitals and the swim meets and whatever it is that they're doing.
So does he work at Pepper Time as well?
He doesn't work there, but he helps me with things. So the IT side of things, the security side of things. He'll listen to me when I'm ranting and raving. He's very calm.
Yes.
He's very calm. Yeah, that helps.
All right, so let's talk about the business a little more. What gaps did you identify in the market that made you want to set up a jerk style business there, especially when you know you can get jerk on the roadside, but not particularly in that area? So tell me about the gaps you identified, and how did you get the partnership together to start the business? Because startup is always difficult.
Yeah. So one of my partners had the opportunity really came to them, and then they approached the rest of us, and then we went looking for a location. And we couldn't find anywhere or nowhere that we could afford. And we looked and we looked. And then this location came up. And we went, okay, all right, things are lining up. Perfect location. There's nothing like Pepper Time in Kingston 8 on our side of town.
Right there on Constance Spring Road.
Right there on Constance
next to
Spring
the
Road.
Immaculate Conception High
Right,
School.
my school.
That is your school?
That's
you
my
see,
school.
she's right back
To
at
the
home.
bone. To the bone.
Did your children, your girls went there?
My girls went there as well, as did my mother. So yeah, we're generations.
Wow, and you're right next door.
And we're right next door. So I think the fact that we got the location, things just started to line up after that. And then we started trying to build out our team. A number of our staff members have been with us from day one, so that has allowed us some consistency. We opened to no road. The road was, Constance Spring Road was being widened. So our first 15 months of business, we had no road. And then we had 6 months of business, and then COVID came. So we've had very valuable, very expensive lessons that gave us the opportunity to learn our business, to hone our craft, to figure out how to make a consistent product, to build a stronger team. We do a lot of cross-training. So everybody, I don't think there's very many people at Pepper Time who can't work in more than one area. So we do a lot of cross-training, and that helps them to understand the other side, you know? You're a waiter, you figure your food must come out like this all the time, every time. And sometimes it doesn't quite work like that. So if you've worked in the other areas, you can appreciate and you maybe have a little more patience and a little more understanding, and you're not as judgmental about things. So our team most days get along, most days support one another, and work together to deliver what you see, what you get to enjoy every day.
So let's talk about what we get when we come to Pepper Time. Jerk. But what are we jerking? Tell me about the menu.
We're jerking chicken and pork primarily, but we also do wings, we do rum ribs, we do a wicked barbecue pig's tail. We have a variety of sausages, handmade, seasoned with local seasonings. We do fish, which people don't know. And then we have a whole
fish here.
Yeah. And then we have a whole range of sides. Everything from the traditional festival and hardo bread to green plantain to corn to bami. So there's a lot of different things, and a lot of different soups as well.
And I'm going back to the rum chicken.
Rum ribs.
Rum ribs.
Yes.
Very interesting. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Rain
So it's not
reviews
just in
rum.
the drink, right?
No, man, it's not just in the drink.
Yes,
It's not
rum
just in the drink.
ribs.
Yes.
And so what's a favorite though at Pepper Time? What's
Chicken.
the best seller? Chicken.
Chicken, hands down, all day, every day.
Jamaicans love chicken.
Jamaicans love a chicken.
They sure do.
Mhm.
People come to Pepper Time to eat, but they also come to the bar to sit
Yeah.
and have conversations and feel spirited. When the world is going crazy around us, we can find a space to laugh, to cry,
Yeah.
and to have good conversations at your bar.
Yes.
So tell me about the bar side of things.
So we have a nice, big, spacious bar with a high roof, with amazing bartenders and waiters. Anything that you would want to drink is available. Our bartenders will talk to you and find out what kind of thing you like if you don't know what your drink is, and they'll figure out how to get it.
And you have a
make it
big
for you.
television screen there where you can watch
4
games.
big television screens
Yeah.
for them. So there's always something on show. If you come on a Friday or a Sunday, we have a DJ. So Friday night is a little different vibe. Sundays is a little older vibe. We do oldies on a Sunday night. And it's a really chill space. And I find if you want to come and sit and have a conversation, you can have a conversation. If you want to come and dance and laugh and make up noise, you can dance and laugh and make up noise.
What's the funniest thing you've seen at your bar?
Oh, I
or
can't tell you
restaurant?
that on TV.
I
on
can
TV.
imagine. And
Course
what
I-
happens at the bar?
What happens at the bar stays at the bar. Definitely, definitely.
What leadership style would you say you are, or what leadership style do you have to manage 40 staff members in this industry?
I don't know if there's a have to have. So I think I'm generally collaborative. I believe that I think you're at work every day, and it's very hard to come to work and not like what you do. So I always encourage my team members to try and create what it is a place that they want to be. If you're going to be there more time, spending more time than you spend with your family, try and make it what you want it to be.
Sounds like Pepper Time is a home away from home, or should be.
Well, you're spending more time there than you do at home. So, yeah. Treat others how you want to be treated, right?
Now, if a young woman wanted to enter this industry, or a woman that has had 2 children who are not so young, and what advice would you give them? Or the best advice you were given?
You can't do everything yourself. You really are you have to be part of a team and part of a community. Ask when you don't know, and there are always going to be things you don't know. We're 6 years in and I'm still learning. I learn from my staff. I learn from other people that are in the business. So ask when I find that people are generally willing to help if they know that you genuinely want help. So a lot of people have helped us and we try and pay it forward.
So the community is important for business growth.
It is.
What's one thing that we don't know about Shelly? We see Shelly at work. We see her as the big managing director. You know, Pepper Time. We see her rumming up some ribs. What is it that we don't see that we would be surprised to know about you?
That I'm introverted.
You're introverted?
I'm introverted.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how's this sitting here telling the world about your spirited business?
Working on it.
You're
It's a
working
work in
on
progress.
it.
It's a
Well,
work
she
in
looks
progress.
great and the food tastes great.
Thank you.
So we want to thank you so much, Shelly, for sharing your business with us. And guys, go check out that rum
ribs.
And that special lemongrass
Reserve iced tea.
reserved iced tea. Another Spirited Women series. I'm Empress Golding, and I can't wait until the next one. See you then.